All right, wait a minute. Did you turn your mic on?
Hello.
Hi. Oh, gosh. Hey.
She's like a mom. Did you bring your clothes? Did you wear your underwear? Do they match in case you get hit by a car?
And
Hi
this
there.
time, hi there. And actually, guess what? The mics work tonight. Yay!
Let's hope so. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Kevin.
Welcome back, Kevin.
So welcome to Art on the Rocks, Creativity Unfiltered. I'm Jillian.
I'm Kathy, and we're welcoming Kevin Anderson with us tonight. He's actually got some of his fabulous artwork behind us. And we're here tonight to talk to Kevin and find out more about you, your training, and
inspiration. Your work is just
how
exquisite.
You got started and all of that other stuff. I mean, we're excited about having you here with the gallery.
So Kevin's not only an artist, but he is one of our instructors. So please look on the calendar to sign up for his classes. We're now at Tuesday and Saturdays with him, and then we're going to be doing a kids camp coming up in the full month of July. So tell us a little bit about you.
All right. Well, new to Myrtle Beach. It's been 2 years, coming up on 2 years. Really like it. I've lived and worked internationally. Grew up in Venezuela, born in Boston.
How long were you in Venezuela?
Been in Venezuela. I grew up from a year old to 18. Graduated high school.
That's fabulous.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So it was different, but it was pre-Chavez, so it was a little bit tamer.
So
It was a great place.
Why Venezuela? What was the?
My parents were in the education field. So my father ran a school, an American school.
Okay.
So a lot of Europeans, a lot of Americans were there. A lot of investment in Venezuela at the time.
Right.
This was again pre-Chavez, and it was really the leading economy of the Americas at the time.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Then things
I'm going to do this so we can hear him. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really.
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic. Yeah.
So grew up there. Went back to Boston to university. Went to Boston College, and then
Was your major art or?
It was not. And I did art since I was a kid. I went to art classes, but I never thought I could make a living at art. I wish I knew more then. So I actually went into international business. I worked for last 15 years. I've been working for a company based out of Prague.
Wow.
And
that's very cool.
And then I was working in Silicon Valley for a little bit in New York. And so now I'm kind of really excited about being here and putting roots.
So describe your job, what it was, because it sounds to me very corporate, which I'm very I buck the system on the corporate thing.
Girl,
been there a short time term, whatever, but not much yourself.
Interesting. So commonality. I love finding out the interest or the commonality to finding out everything. I worked for 20 years for the World Bank. And then 10 years after that, the USAID, the United States Agency for International Development, and then the World Bank, it was international development, and I was an artist at the World Bank, but I was that corporate artist doing publications and presentations and all of that stuff.
So what did you actually do for these companies?
I can't talk. No.
Top secret.
No, it was software. To keep it simple, we did business-to-business pricing software.
Okay.
And so it was high growth companies. It was really fun.
Okay.
Some creativity, right? When you're working as an entrepreneur.
I would imagine
you guys
so.
are entrepreneurs, you know that.
Right.
And so it was fun working with people all over the world, and got to go see some great museums in Europe. And
so when did you? What got you to the point of saying, "I'm done with this life, and I'm going to go where my passion lies," which, whether you knew it or not, was art?
Maybe just being in hotel rooms all the time, and
really,
just thinking
burnout.
I've got to, and I really like teaching. As you talked about teaching, I really like teaching. I'm also teaching high school along with.
Yes, you substitute for my cousin at the high school.
And I got a job now. I'm full time.
And congratulations on that.
In Georgetown.
Yeah.
So I really like teaching.
Awesome.
And tomorrow I'm covering for another art teacher tomorrow.
See, that's so cool.
Very cool.
That's beautiful.
Not your cousin.
And then I was reading a little bit. So you are you still need to get the full certifications for South Carolina as an
No,
art
that's
teacher.
done. Oh, for art.
For
Correct.
art, that's what I was saying.
So I'm going to be
Correct.
teaching history, and then I can add the art. The way it works is once you've, because I took enough history courses in college that I can be a history teacher, and then in 3 years, then you can, once you've been a teacher for 3 years, then you can just pass a test and add whatever subject you want.
Really? Okay.
Oh, that's
Very
awesome.
cool.
So like I know Claudine had gone for the art history and stuff like that because she had that general thing she was teaching the younger kids. And then she went and gotten her master's and stuff like that. So then that's what progressed into art, but she had an art background initially. So however it commingled and whatever. So, but that's exciting. We're excited for you.
I tried.
As long as we don't lose you, we're very excited for you.
It's very, very, very cool. And what's interesting is you have that international background, which is it actually influences your art, and it's the same way that one of our other artists, Brigitte, who you met on episode 1, very briefly, our mosaic artist, she too has that. Hi, it's past the mic night since we still working on a budget. We only have 2 mics, so we're gonna do this.
Mine's clipped. It's not going nowhere.
It's okay. And Brigitte is her husband or her ex-husband was at the World Bank. And as well, she lived in Israel. She was from Lebanon. So her work has that international flair.
It's also very traditional, classic work, like old masters. It's very, very it's exquisite. It tells a story. You've got the with your shadow lines, your lines themselves. So I would love to hear a little bit about all of your paintings and like with your studies and such, and like tell us a little bit about them.
So about 7 years ago, I started painting a lot. I was always drawing and I did a lot of watercolor, but I wanted to get into oils. And
did you ever go take a class anywhere though?
Kind of like you were saying, I really like the classical, and I figured,
you can tell.
but I had the fortune. I lived in Sarasota, and there's a great teacher. My teacher was a guy by the name of Charles Miano. He was taught by Nelson Shanks, who he did. I don't know if you know Nelson, but he I
know the name.
He was he painted President Clinton, Pavarotti. He started a school called the Incaminati School in Philadelphia.
Wow.
And his teacher goes back to the Renaissance. Like his teacher was this guy by the name of and Antigone was his teacher in Florence, who then you can go all the way back to like Da Vinci and Michelangelo. So those are the guys that I wanted to learn from was Charles Miano, and he taught the basic classic where for a year you could only draw. You couldn't touch color for a year.
Wow.
So they start you drawing, and then you add, monochromatic painting.
How long was your training for all this?
So I was with him for about a year and a half.
That's so incredible.
I wish I could have gone longer. He runs a great program in Sarasota. But I really like the classical, and I figured if I could draw, I'm really attracted to portrait and figure and people. It's a never-ending subject.
There you go.
There you go. I mean,
and there's so many stories behind everything.
Days, that type of stuff.
Yeah. And so I have just loved doing that. And sometimes I do like some abstract stuff. So I don't know if you know some of the Russian painters I really like, Denis Sarrazin. There's another guy by the name of Alex Konvensky. I can always mispronounce his name. But kind of they can draw and they can paint, but they also add abstraction.
I love that.
To it and kind of combine things. So, but in my classes, I try to teach the fundamentals first, and then once you got the fundamentals, then you can kind of branch out.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to branch out myself. Like I'm trying to stick with the classical, but then add
some
my own kind of thing.
Twist. Yeah.
I like that. I mean, for me as a photographer, I love taking pictures of people. And to me, that is the most important. So looking at a myself on the camera, or really to looking at other people on the camera, it's a matter of posing and bringing out their best rather than it's people tell a story.
Yeah.
I mean, and the way that you pose is the same thing. If you know how to pose, or you ask the model how to pose, that brings the story to life rather than standing very straight and you look like a brick.
So now you've had 2 models with us already. Okay,
Right now we've got about 4 models that we kind of rotate, and I think
I will get this back and
yeah,
forth.
I keep forgetting too. But painting from life, and that's what
that's why I want the center desk one.
Yeah, I know.
That's on my
what
wish
we're gonna
list.
do. Yeah.
If anybody's listening,
Hi. Yeah, somebody can buy that for us. I know.
But yeah, painting from life, I think, which we do every Tuesday, and you said,
Yeah.
Jillian, it's really, I think we've all painted from photographs. I still paint from photographs,
Yeah.
but it's really like a blessing to be able to paint from somebody
The
from
real.
life.
Yeah.
And the lighting's different, the shadows are different. A lot of times photos,
Even in an emotional factor, if you're
Yeah,
doing the
right.
faces and stuff, like they could be having a phenomenal day, and sometimes they'll be having like a kind of just a blah day, like where the expression. So like looking at her expression, then looking at the others is like, it's like stop the movement to the I'm here, I'm not here kind of thing, and then it's just like every one of them tells that story of.
Yeah.
It makes you curious what's in that story. So I want to hear the story behind this.
So I wanted to kind of say something with this one, and this one's it's about healthcare. And Luna's the model,
And she's so fabulous.
She let me tell this story. I asked her ahead of time, but in the art world, healthcare is, a lot of artists do not have
Non-existent.
healthcare. Yep. And so that's the Hygeia, which was the goddess of health and medicine. And so the snake, and you've seen this.
Oh, of course.
The snake,
Yeah.
the medical.
If you look at any ambulance, it's still on there. Like that's all. It's all the medicinal.
Right. So those are some artists that I used to work with. Underneath her was a group of artists that I worked with in Atlanta, and some of them. Kevin Chambers is actually sitting here. He does a thing down at Brook Green, and we used to meet at his place in Atlanta to do what we're doing here on Tuesday.
Cool. It's awesome.
And so it's artists, representing artists together, and you need the model to be able to create art, and so that's why she's kind of big. And the artists, a lot of times, you think of the artist, but you don't think of all the things that you need to be able to do the art.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
It's
such a beautiful painting. I love it.
It's preparation. It is situation. It's positioning. It's materials. To do a piece like this, there's all their planning and the thoughts behind it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that you sketch and you grid and you just.
I've never grid. I just started gridding, and
okay.
Thank you, Nick, for putting that in my brain. I have gotten commissioned to do a painting, and part of it is very, very, very detailed. It means a lot to my collector, and I'm so afraid of missing any one of the details that for the first time in my life, I sat there with an 18-inch clear ruler going, okay, make the line, make the connection, and I'm like, oh dear God. Had I had a nice big long ruler with a straight edge or anything, it would have been really easy, but I used my level, so it worked. I got everything.
You should have asked. You should have borrowed one of the T-squares in the back.
I paint and draw at 10 o'clock at night. I'm not about to ask anybody, so I don't think about it like I'm the one who stays up till 1 o'clock in the morning going, I feel like painting. It's when the inspiration hits. But
that's true.
It's now gridded out.
That is all true.
I just want to ask. So you've got this shadow over to the left-hand side. Does that have a meaning? Because it's the calm blue in the back. I love the depth that it brings in, but I didn't know if maybe there was some kind of underlying meaning to it.
There was a shadow. So we did this. I think we did 3 sessions from with Luna. Now she didn't hold that pose for like the whole time, but there was a cool shadow, and
so that's technically the backdrop.
The shadow,
right.
maybe. Like
I love that.
The darkness of
And actually, the shadow.
I love that.
The shadow tells the story. I mean,
That's
it's
the shadow
actually
side of
part
her face and
That's
everything.
right. When you're dealing with a medical team or medical stories, and in healthcare, you're dealing with that. You're dealing with a tragic death, or somebody that's seriously ill. Literally, the shadow is kind of overshadowing
I guess
everybody.
when the shadow
it's
comes to get you, kind of thing.
It's the ominous
Yeah,
shadow of you don't know what's going on.
So now, is the other piece, is that pastel? Is that charcoal?
That's
What is
that's
that?
actually oil as well. And
Really?
it's just a study of, that's at the Met. That's a Michelangelo drawing that I saw. I was in New York and I saw it. I actually did that painting and then the still life about the same time.
I love that.
Very cool.
That the reflections from obviously the light in the window is just so gorgeous.
That one I was at a garden shop up on 501.
Yeah.
And there was a little statue, and it was made by this guy in Mexico. And I asked them if I could rent the statue.
Seriously.
Really?
And and they said, and then he gave me a deal if I brought it back within 3 weeks. And then we have it in our garden, and so it's a statue. And I did a bunch of paintings with that little statue.
That's so awesome. That's
That's
so awesome, and I love that.
And it's on a window. It's in front of a window that I have, and it's one of those slatted.
Yeah. That's why I like
blinds.
it. Like it's
and the window, it had some
so
really
interesting.
cool light on it. So
that's so cool. And then with this, where you started, I'm so sorry. I went there.
So these two, I was in New York. I attended a seminar. It was a workshop with a guy by the name of Todd Casey. He's got a really good book on color. Like, I highly recommend it.
You'll have to give it to me when we're done.
But he does a lot of still life, and he does a lot of still life about drinks. He's known for, he does like cocktail paintings.
Really?
But he's classically trained in the New York, the Grand Central Atelier in New York.
Okay.
And another guy by the name of John DeMartin, and he studied at the New York Art League, and I did a seminar with him, and I was in New York and I went to the Met.
Okay.
And I saw that and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I was just sketching it and I was like, oh, this might be cool to frame. And
it is. It's absolutely stunning. It's stunning. Like, I love the tones to it, the movement to it. Like, it's very classic of a study, and it's gorgeous.
And I think that's why, and nothing against the grid, because I've used the grid too.
I drew the lines, and now I don't know what to do. I'm going, all right, well, I have symmetry here, but now I'm going, it's so not me. That's me, the crazy horse.
Yeah, well,
like,
and that's where, like, if you've been, looked at the Sistine Chapel in a book, or you've been there, Michelangelo, obviously those figures do not look like a person. Like, they would look very strange if you saw that one of those figures.
You mean like Barbie?
Yeah. Well, I mean some of the figures, the biblical figures that he has painted. I mean, the women are muscular and that's where
with
classical drawing, you can kind of push the drawing the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
And that's where, if somebody says, well, I can just use a grid, nothing against it, and it's great. And then a lot of portrait artists use it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or, but you're not going to be able to accentuate things. And Michelangelo is one of my.
It's a personality thing. Like, and that's how I am with my paintings. It's like, so Mickey, the gal who commissioned me, she goes, Jill, you just put your spin on it. I was like, but there's something mathematical about the basic with the woman. And I was like going, I need to nail that. I can put my personality all around it.
Absolutely.
But it's just that, because she's very, very, everything is mathematical.
Vermeer,
I'm going, okay.
They said Vermeer used that, what do you call that?
Symmetry.
The box, to do his.
Right.
It's the Fibonacci spiral too. Right. So everything goes on from the square to the rectangle, and it kind of like works its way around and stuff. Some crazy cool stuff.
We were talking about all of that.
Tell us a little bit about with this.
But tonight is all about you. We want to know about the different classes and stuff like that you were going to be teaching.
Sure. This is.
I know. We will get this. We're gonna put.
Use your table. We love your table, and if anybody, we'll kind of put a photo on this, but Ethan Michaels, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Ethan Michaels makes incredible epoxy and wood tables, and isn't it gorgeous?
It's solid. It's gorgeous.
So everyone who comes in the gallery is just like, oh, love the table. So sometimes we don't want to sell it, but other times we're like, yeah, we need to sell it for her, but it's gorgeous.
So
Go ahead,
tell
I'm
us
so
about
sorry.
the class.
So this is Jillian was talking about the Saturday class. So this is the class where it's figurative drawing for people that have drawn or maybe haven't. And we start with drawing, then we can move to painting. But this is in about 15 pages.
Hold that so he can open up the pages.
I'm going to do this.
Well, in about 15 pages, I've tried to all the stuff that I've learned. I've tried to condense it into 4 steps to draw the figure, and this goes through the terminology, the approach, how to measure, when not to, proportions, to be able to reliably use those 4 steps to create great figure drawings or paintings.
So the title of it is called Essentials for Drawing the Human Figure. And Jillian, you want to open this to a couple of
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm gonna do that zoom up to the camera thing.
So we can read it right here. So and actually I love this. The very, very first line right here is the importance of drawing in the visual arts. And
why don't you let Kevin
do this? You can read this.
No, I'm not trying to take the mic away from you again, but it's his class. Let him tell it.
There you go.
Thank you.
The first paragraph right here.
Well, the point that I'm trying to make is that drawing is you're able to, and kind of we already just talked about it a little bit, is you're able to influence the piece with your style, with your ability. And most art starts, if it's going to represent something, starts from a drawing, whether you're drawing with paint, with pastel, with chalk, with a pencil. And so
do you want to hold the mic for him so he can flip through the pages?
That's what I got.
There you go.
There. So we talk about
we're going to get this. We're getting that mic.
And I'm taking the director job. I'm kidding.
And we just kind of talk about how the class is laid out. We talk about those 4 steps. We review some concepts and some terms.
Okay.
Some people come from university trained people to, that maybe didn't get a lot in college. We had one person that took the class that said they went for 4 years, but it was the professors that they had didn't teach them how to draw and paint.
Are you kidding me?
It was more abstract and it was the school. I don't want to say the school. I don't want to say the school.
4 years of abstract. It should be one little section.
They didn't really get into realism.
That's crazy.
Wow. So, it talks about how to measure. It talks about optical versus structural drawing. So, drawing from shapes versus like thinking about the anatomy. And what we do is we start with shapes, looking for shapes first.
Very cool.
And then
I'm going to point to your still life, because you actually have got the shapes. You've got the circles. You've got the rectangle, and the 5. To me, I go by the 5 universal shapes, which is the square, the circle, triangle, crisscross, and spiral. And very much all of this, and the body again is those particular shapes.
Yeah, and just basically using the same tools that again my teacher taught me. And then what I've done is.
So did we start this yet?
No, the class is actually up on our website right now, and the month-long class, or the monthly class, is up on our website. It starts June 20th.
Because I wanted to make sure I signed up, because never been technically trained, and I said I wanted to learn from you. So I'm actually super excited about that.
Yeah,
awesome.
So everybody, go on the website. This is up and coming. So if you would like to actually train with Kevin, please go register, get it all set. We are limited on our space, so start getting ready and thinking about it now.
Right, and it's on a Saturday morning, so it makes it very easy for those people that work, which is one of the reasons why we chose that. and which leads us into, so you have the weekly classes, which are on Tuesdays,
Mhm.
and now we're moving the times to 5:30 to 7:30, and having the people be allowing everybody to come in from work if they're not there. The other is you are going to be teaching the still lifes like this and the shapes and stuff for summer camp. And
Right.
that is in July. And we are so excited to be able to bring the basics to Vision Arts Academy.
Mhm.
Truly, this is so, so important to all of the kids. Even if your child is drawing anime, they have got to know the basics of drawing.
Tell us a little bit about how you're going to run the classes for the kids, especially because we don't really know who's signing up with what age yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of like a friendly from 12 to maybe 16 type thing.
Well, we're going to cover a lot of the basics that we were just talking about. So 3 days of drawing and then 2 days of painting. And we're going to be using still life. We're going to start with some basic, I'm going to bring in some fruit,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna paint a pumpkin or a watermelon.
Okay.
And we'll start with some basic shapes to start, and then like I said, of drawing. So that's looking at perspective, that's looking at values,
Shadows and highlights.
values, and then we're gonna get into color on the third day, and we'll talk about some of the basic color theory. And then by the last day we're going to create a still life with maybe some representative objects from maybe the typical teenager's room or middle school child.
Very cool.
That's very cool.
And so it'll be something that they can frame and they can take home and they can show their parents. And I think we're having the parents come in on the
On
last
Fridays,
On
yeah.
the Friday. So it starts, literally starts the Monday after 4th of July. Hi. Hi. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to attach it to my throat. But I need to pass it to
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to just
it's
kind of let it hover. They were actually do pretty good. There you go. We're getting this down.
We're going to get this down, Pat. We're going to have the right equipment. Anybody that would like to buy this for us, please, thank you very much.
Throw it out to the universe.
Yeah, we're putting it out to the universe. We need that.
And then we're lucky enough. We're going to have you for 2 weeks, correct?
Yeah.
Well, and thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
2 weeks.
We were originally supposed to be for the whole month,
right.
but
Then that job thing.
yeah, well, that job thing.
But
We're excited.
It's really cool because once we'll do this, then the last 2 weeks, Jillian and I can actually step in. Whether I'm going to throw in
we have
my
other teachers that will kind of pick up, and
we've got Jillian
half a day or full day.
I cannot wait to have a kid throw paint at a canvas and just be really free to be able to do what they want.
Yeah.
So it's back to that traditional. If your child loves to draw anime, but that anime, it needs to have the correct proportions. It needs to have all of those particular.
They need to learn
shapes.
from copying to understanding the why and the how, because you can some people have the ability to just copy, like, you know what I mean. But that understanding on that, how the proportion is, how to do the whatnots. Like I was telling you the other day, I could open up a book. My cousin and I sat there with his book of angels. I looked at it, I sat there and I drew it, and I was like, my aunt's like, oh my God, I need that. And I'm like, I could draw it. But then if I were to draw one on my own, not having that proportional concept is what I need to learn. So these kids, the same thing, they can copy it, but to say, if they want to do their own anime, to understand how big, you know what I mean? Like so they wanted to make their own little cartoons and stuff instead of letting the computer do it, for them to actually do it, which that's the learning curve. And that's the cool part. So we're excited to have you.
Yeah, very, 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 very cool. So 3 classes with Kevin, which is the Tuesday, figure drawing open studio. That is $15, and which is affordable. And bring your own materials, please.
2 hours we're here, right?
Yeah, and bring your own materials. If you do not have your materials, there is a small materials fee that we ask,
Paper and such, but
the paper and stuff like
we
that.
do have tabletop easels if you need to borrow an easel. I think we got 1 or 2 spare stand-up easels.
Right.
If you don't have the money to invest in that, just you can call ahead of time and say, hey, do you have another one that that I could borrow?
Exactly.
We're not going to turn you away. We're going to try and find something to accommodate you. So just please call and ask if you are in question.
Right. The other is then we have the monthly, which is the essentials for drawing the human figure,
Mhm.
which is very exciting. I mean, Jillian has never done that. I'm going back to my old college days, 51 years ago. Oh my God, well, longer than that, which is kind of cool. And then our summer camp.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot.
That's what I'm excited about.
I
want to
am
see the
very,
energy from the
very-
kids. That's what
I'm
I want to
very,
see.
very excited about bringing that youthful energy in here and just seeing that light bulb moment when they go, oh, that's how you draw it. That's the coolest thing. That's so energizing.
And Claudine, my cousin, who's the teacher there, she was just saying that they just did their art show because it's the end of the year. And some of these kids are like, they're so proud of like going, oh my God, my stuff's on the end of it's at the hallway, it's all hung up. Like, it's like an art show.
And the parents
Oh my
come,
goodness.
the
The
parents
pride
and
and
the
joy. It's fabulous.
grandparents, and it's like this big recital, which is like really, really, really cool.
So we're going to try and do that for the end, like every Friday. So Kevin will be there with the parents to meet the parents and see what they've learned and kind of go through. And if the kid wants to pick up any private lessons or go any further.
Exactly.
And then after Kevin's done in the afternoons, then there's going to be extended day classes that Kathy will do one, I'll do one, we'll do one jointly together. We've got other teachers.
Exactly.
We've got the mosaic teacher going to be teaching. So we've got Brigitte
We actually
and
have
Lisa.
both. We have
So we've got both mosaic teachers. I don't know if Anne's going to be able to jump in with her job.
Not sure. We need to get this in to get the information from her. But we also have Marlene. Get your Zen doodle on.
Oh, that's right, the doodles.
She is on Tuesday afternoons.
Yep.
And we're
Brigitte is on Wednesday.
Right. And Lisa has
Lisa's
her
on the
one class.
16th. Yep.
And then you and I are just going to be alternating and
digital photography, the acrylic painting, charcoal. So we're going to go from absolute tradition to then break a little monotony and have a little bit of messy fun for the kids and have some really cool projects for summertime.
We have a lot. We're so looking forward to this summer. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think tonight we're just kind of, unless you've got anything else other to talk about, I don't know. Yeah. Kevin, you have anything else that you want to share with us?
I appreciate the chance to work with you.
We are thrilled that you're here with us, and we're excited for our students and for our patrons to come and see some of his beautiful artwork. And then if you're going to have any prints or anything to be able to sell through the gallery, those are things we'll look forward to.
Yeah, we will do that. Anyway, so I'm going to do this. Raise a glass. Art on the rocks. Art on the rocks.
Art on the rocks.
Art on the rocks. Creativity Unfiltered. Come join us each week, whether we have technical malfunctions or whether things are working properly.
That just makes it
It's going to be more fun because guess what? When Jillian and I are that unfiltered and just totally improv, guess what?
That's the fun stuff.
That's the fun part. Come join us here at Vision Arts Gallery, Vision Arts Academy.
And if you want to come on the show, you want to be a sponsor or anything, please reach out to us. We are looking for absolute anyone and everyone to grow with
and we're
to
also
help our creative community.
We're also looking for guests. So
if
that's
you, what I was kind of saying. If you want to be on the show, that's called a guest, right?
Well, sponsors and guests are kind of a little different. So, but we'll put up the form up on our website. If you have something creative, I'm sorry, I'm not drinking tonight.
No, I'm
seltzer.
I'm going to be doing. Just do the replay. See if I said it. I don't remember. I don't know.
It's all good.
Anyway, cheers, Kevin.
With that,
thank
everybody,
you for being with us.
Cheers and everything. Cheers again.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.